The cab came to a slow halt on the gravel driveway as the sun dipped behind the skyline, casting golden shadows across the sprawling estate. Rohan stepped out, gripping the handle of his suitcase like it might anchor him in this unfamiliar world. The scent of jasmine drifted in the breeze, sweet, nostalgic, and strangely soothing. The mansion loomed before him. Towering gates stood open as if to say, "We've been expecting you." His chest tightened. After his father's sudden passing, Uncle Devraj had invited him to stay, a lifeline when Rohan had nowhere else to go. The offer hadn't just been generous, it had been his only option. He didn't even have time to knock. The door opened, and there she stood. "You must be Rohan." The voice was soft, familiar, but when his eyes met hers, something inside him shifted. She had cascading dark hair and a gaze that cut through him with quiet intelligence. He knew instantly. This was Aisha, his cousin, only she was no longer the little girl from the family albums. "Yeah," he managed. "I guess I am." Before the moment could stretch further, Devraj's deep voice rang out from behind her. "Come in, boy. You must be tired." Inside, the air was thick with sandalwood. Everything about the house whispered of old money, marbled floors, towering ceilings, and paintings that seemed to watch your every move. Rohan trailed behind them, his thoughts tangled between grief, gratitude, and the magnetic pull of the girl who had just welcomed him. Dinner was stiff. Silverware clinked against porcelain as Devraj interrogated him between bites. "How long do you plan to stay?" he asked. "As long as it takes to find a job," Rohan answered. "Good. Make something of yourself, and don't let yourself get distracted." There was a warning in those words. He just didn't know what kind yet. Later that night, Rohan stepped out onto the balcony, seeking space to breathe. That's when he saw her again. Aisha stood there, her arms folded over the railing, eyes lost in the moonlit garden. "It must be strange, being here after everything," she said without turning. He nodded. "Yeah, it is." When she finally turned to face him, the moment hung between them, charged with something too complex to name. "It won't be so bad," she said. And for a while, it wasn't. The days found their rhythm. Devraj was often away on business, and Rohan spent hours poring over job applications in the massive study. It felt like he was a guest in someone else's life, comfortable but distant, except for Aisha. She was everywhere. In the hallway laughter, in the brush of her perfume on a passing scarf, in the hum of her voice as she sang to herself in the kitchen. He told himself it was nothing. They were family, cousins. But the way his heart quickened when she walked in the room told another story. It was the small things at first, a lingering glance across the table, a quiet moment shared in passing. Then one night, as they sat outside under a velvet sky, she asked, "Do you ever think about fate?" "Not really," he replied. "Why?" She plucked a jasmine petal and rolled it between her fingers. "Just how we end up in places we never expected." "No," he admitted. "I never thought I'd be here." A soft smile curled at her lips. "Maybe some things are meant to happen." Her words echoed long after she disappeared inside. Rohan lay awake that night, telling himself this was just a phase. But in his bones he knew something irreversible had begun. It rained that evening. A sudden summer storm broke over the city, thunder rolling like the beat of a heart too loud to ignore. Rohan was reading in the study when Aisha appeared at the doorway, her presence a quiet lightning bolt. "You always look like you're trying to run from something," she said. He looked up. "I'm just thinking." "About leaving?" she asked, stepping inside. He sighed. "Maybe." "Then why haven't you—" He didn't answer. He didn't need to. She reached for his hand. "Come on," she whispered. tugging him toward the balcony. Outside, the rain soaked through his shirt. Aisha lifted her face to the sky, laughing as water streamed down her cheeks. "You always were cautious," she teased. "And you always tempted fate," he muttered. She turned to him, her eyes gleaming with a wildness that scared and thrilled him. "So stop thinking for once." Their hands met again, innocent but not innocent. Her fingers laced through his, and everything else disappeared. The rain, the rules, the family that had named them cousins. "Rohan," she whispered. That was all it took. His arms found her waist. Her breath mingled with his, and for a single heartbeat, he kissed her like the world had paused just for them. Then a sound shattered the silence. Footsteps. Deverage's voice called out, "Aisha?" She pulled away quickly, smoothing her dress. "Go inside," she whispered. "I'll handle it." Rohan slipped back inside, heart racing, skin still humming with the memory of her touch. He didn't sleep that night. He couldn't. Whatever had started between them, it was real, it was dangerous, and it had already gone too far. Their moments became quieter, more careful. No more late-night talks, no more shared breakfasts. But desire has a way of surviving in silence. One quiet afternoon, with Devraj at the temple and the house unusually still, Aisha entered the study. Rohan didn't look up. He couldn't. "We can't keep doing this," he said softly. "Then tell me to leave," she replied. He didn't. Instead, he reached for her wrist. Her skin trembled under his fingertips. She stepped closer. Their breath mingled again. He kissed her, soft, then hungry, then desperate, and then the door creaked open. Devraj stood there, watching. Silence collapsed the world. "Get out," Devraj said. "Uncle," Rohan began, but the older man's face was stone. Aisha's lips parted, but no words came. Her eyes were wide with fear, guilt, and something else, loss. Rohan walked away. He didn't pack. He didn't argue. He just left. The rain had stopped by the time Rohan reached the bus station. The streets shimmered under flickering lights, but inside he felt dark and hollow. For days, he drifted. Cheap hotels, no jobs, no home, only her memory. Then, one night, his phone rang. "Rohan?" Her voice cracked through the receiver. "Aisha, I just, I needed to hear you." He sat up in bed. "Are you okay?" A bitter laugh. "Number not even close." "What's happening?" "My father. He's arranging my marriage." Silence. "It's in 2 months. I tried to fight it. He won't listen." "Come with me," he whispered. "Let's run." "To where?" she asked. "With what?" "We have nothing, Rohan." He didn't argue. He had no answer. "I love you," he said. "I love you too," she replied. "That's the hardest part." The line went dead. 2 months later, her wedding photos flooded the headlines. She was beautiful, draped in gold, standing beside a man whose name Rohan didn't care to learn. He shouldn't have gone, but he did. From the crowd, he watched, and for a single heartbreaking second, she found him. Their eyes locked across the chaos. And then he turned away. Rohan never went back. He never told anyone what happened. Some love stories aren't meant to be lived. They're meant to be remembered. His was written in silences, in stolen glances, in the ache that blooms when you realize the right love came at the wrong time. And maybe that's all it ever could be.